Welcome. In this video lecture, I am going to talk about a periodic review model when we have a deterministic demand. So till now, we have discussed the inventory model for the single SKU for the single item when the demand is deterministic, and the continuous review model in which we discuss basic EOQ, planned shortages, economic production lot sizing, as well as the quantity discounts. So over there in the continuous review systems, we have seen that we are basically monitoring the quantity level of SKUs, and when it is reaches at a certain level, we place the order in order to reach the maximum level, or you can say in order to find out the optimum order quantity. So in the basic EOQ model, we use SQ policy. So where is basically the S is the reorder point, Q is the optimum order quantity, right? And what would be the maximum level of the inventory of that SKU? That is going to be reorder point plus the optimum order quantity. But in a periodic review system, instead of monitoring the quantity level of the particular SKU, basically we are trying to find out the review time, basically how long, after how much time we are going to place the order, right? So in order to quantify that, after how much time we should place the order, we can use the idea of the basic EOQ model. And what's the idea of the basic EOQ model? As we know that on x-axis we have a time, on y-axis we have the inventory level, and this is basically the economic order cycle. uh, Let me make it right. On x-axis we have a time, on a y-axis we have the inventory level, and this is how the basic EOQ model works, right? So this is basically the order cycle, right? This is the demand rate, this is basically the quantity we are placing the order, okay? And this is the time. So this thing is known as we know is that is called as the order cycle time, right? And we know that how to quantify the order cycle time. So the order cycle time we can quantify is the optimum order quantity divided by the annual demand, right? So this is the time which is basically indicating how long would be the one order cycle time would be. Okay, so we are using this basically order cycle time idea in order to quantify the total cost as well as the optimum order time. Okay, so what was that? That is basically the two orders between the two orders time, right? So from this we can use that the Q star would be equal to D into T. Okay, that is the demand and multiplied by the optimum time. And from the basic EOQ model, we already know that the average carrying cost would be equal to the average quantity multiplied by the demand. Okay, so if we put this value multiply by the carrying cost per unit. So if we put the uh, Q star value, which is equal to DT, we would be able to get the average carrying cost. Okay, the total average carrying cost. Same is the case. We know that from the basic UQ model, the order cost would be C naught multiplied by the number of orders we are going to place in order to meet this capital D, which is a year demand, right? So if I place DT over here, I would be able to get the total order cost. So which means carrying cost plus ordering cost would be equal to the total cost. So in order to find out the optimum order time, so we are using the same idea which we have used in the basic EOQ model. So because this is a convex function and it is continuous with respect to t, so we are going to take the first order derivative with respect to t and place it equal 0, and we are getting the optimum order time, which is the optimum order cycle time, that is equal to square root of 2 into C naught into DC. Okay, so in order to check whether this is a convex, we are again take to the second order derivative. If the second order derivative with respect to t is greater than 0, so we can say that against this optimum order time, the total cost will be 0. Okay, which is in this case is because this is a convex function and this is the minimum point, or you can say the optimum order cycle time. So usually in a periodic review system we use basically S policy, whereas small s is representing the reorder point, capital S is representing the maximum inventory level, which we have to decide earlier. Okay. So sometimes people call it as TS. T is a reorder point, or you can say the after how much time we are going to place the order. This is the maximum inventory, or sometimes people call it as RS. So R or T is basically the review time, whereas this is a reorder point. Okay, so generically in literature it is known as small s and capital S policy. So let me give you the example. Like in an organization, they are basically having the single item. So we have the annual demand, we have the unit cost, we have the order cost, and we have the holding cost. So from the unit cost and the holding rate, we can calculate the carrying cost, which is going to be 0.25 multiplied by 2.50. So I would be able to get the carrying cost, that is going to be equal to, okay. Okay, so and then we have the order cost, which is 300, and we have the annual demand. So if we put this into this formula, so we are getting basically this one. This is the in terms of years. Why in terms of year? Because we have the annual demand. So if we multiply by number of days this organization is working, so we would be able to get the order cycle time, which is 92 days. So that means after every 92 days we are going to review the inventory level of that particular SKU. Okay, and then we can place the order, and how much we are going to place the order. So according to the organization, they want that the maximum inventory of that SKU must be must not exceed 5,000. So that means the maximum inventory is 5,000, and the reorder point, they have already decided that the 1,500 must be in stock. So every time we are going to place the order, which means after every 92 days, we are going to place the order is maximum inventory minus the reorder point. So we are going to place the order of 3,500. So the replenishment policies, as I mentioned, that is SS, which is that means when after every 92 days, we are going to place we are going to order the quantity this much that we should reach up to the 5,000 units. So I hope you got the idea. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.